Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. Uh, I've had a working day today, and I haven't been able to focus on work. I've not been able to focus. I've constantly been checking my phone for updates, which is not good. But yeah, I mean, it's a it's a massive moment in the history of football, and the game that we love, the game that we follow so passionately, the game that the game that's made us fall in love with people and with institutions which I've never been to. I've never been to Manchester. I've never seen Old Trafford. I've never met Sir Alex Ferguson. I've never seen Bruno Fernandes take a penalty. But I love them, and I love each and every part of it. I love the red when at Old Trafford. I love the statue of Sir Matt Busby outside. I've heard stories about the Busby babes and the plane crash and everything. And although I don't stay in Manchester. I'm thousands of kilometers away from where the action is happening, but it's a big part of my life, and I love it. But today, me and uh, many other fans like me have been disappointed, have been left very disappointed by the actions of this club that we give so much. We give so much to this club, and what do we ask in return? That you play good football, and you focus on the values of what the club stands for. That's all we ask for. But looks like it's a little too much to ask for. The European Super League, and yeah, I mean, it started off as an idea, and it was always one of those things, where you hear about it, but you're not really. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, all clubs, the big clubs, aren't going to just suddenly unite and make a new league. It's a very unlikely scenario to think of, and you don't think it'll happen. But it looks like it's happening this time, and it's ugly. It's really ugly. So let me just walk you through the structure of this European Super League and what it is all about. So basically, it's the Super League. So the biggest clubs. Now, the biggest clubs, these clubs are big only financially and nothing else. So the financially rich clubs from the big countries, the football playing countries like England, Spain, and Italy, they've come together and they've formed a, a group wherein they will play. It's a league where they will play football and they will play week in, week out, and there's no relegation. So the revenue is confirmed. You're not losing out on that part. The teams which are confirmed as of now is obviously Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool from England. From Italy, it's Juventus, Inter Milan, and AC Milan. And from Spain, it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. Now, this league will be presided over by Fiorentino Perez, who is the president of Real Madrid, and the vice presidents will be Joe Glazer, the owner of Manchester United, and Andrea Agnelli, who is the CEO of Juventus. There's going to be no relegation here, like I said. And the teams I named were 12 teams. Their plan is to get in three more teams, and the other five spots, that's a 20 team league. So the other five spots will be uh, given to teams on a yearly basis, like they will be nominated. There's no information yet as to how they will be nominated, but it will be a decision made by these 15 founding members, as they are being called right now. Once the 20 teams are established, They're going to be split up into two groups of 10 each, and it's going to be a league format where each team plays each other twice in the particular group itself. And at the end of the league format, the top four teams from each group will enter into a playoffs. That will be like the quarterfinals, and then the winner will obviously win the European Super League. Now, the plan of this league is to replace the UEFA Champions League, that the historic European league that we've just all of us associate so much with it. We've seen historical games in that. We've seen absolutely fantastic performances from young players and established players, and it's just a lot of history with that league, and they want to replace that. Uh, yeah, so football as we know it could change forever. Uh, Now, let me just talk you through why these clubs have signed up for it, what advantages maybe they see for themselves. Now, COVID-19 has hit all clubs all over the world, and not only clubs, every aspect of the society. COVID-19 has just disrupted everything, and so has it in football. So these clubs, they've lost out on revenue for this year, and they've lost out on the ticketing sales and everything. So I think they've they're being offered 450 million euros to join this league. Each founding member, each of the 15 teams is being offered so much money. And yeah, I mean, you see Barcelona, Manchester United, I think Arsenal, Liverpool, I'm not sure about Real, but Atletico Madrid, I think they're all in debt, and they have a lot of debt. So why not? I mean, for them, it's just, you're getting money, right? You're getting 450 million. It's a huge amount of money. That's the first one. Just on the money side, JP Morgan and Bank of America are the two institutes which are financing this, and they are providing a loan of around $5 billion to the European Super League. Secondly, we'll have Manchester United play Barcelona one week, then Juventus, then Madrid, then Atletico Madrid. You're not going to have any bang average game. You're not going to have United go to Sheffield United, although they did beat us this season. I'm just saying Sheffield just for the sake of it. We're not going to have a United go to travel to a team which you expect United to win. No, all games are going to be uh, against top clubs, top clubs. So the games will be interesting to watch, and I'm sure, I mean, fans all over the world would love to watch this. Why wouldn't you? It's top club versus top club. And lastly, it's the global appeal. Now, it's not confirmed yet, but a lot of pundits and a lot of analysts are saying that this league won't be played only in the stadiums of the teams associated. It'll be played all over the world. So you could have a game, Barca playing Madrid at maybe in LA. Then maybe Barca's next game is in Singapore. It's just going to be all over the world, and fans all over the world will get a chance to be a part of this game, see these games live, and not only, and these won't be charity games which we generally get to see in our countries. These will be games which are legit part of of a league games, and very important for the team. So they will have to play well, and I'll have to play their top players. That's what I think. I mean, those are the advantages that are right there in front of us. Now, coming to the criticism, why is why are all the pundits, why are all the YouTube channels, the fan clubs, the few players, why are all of them against it? What is the problem? The first and the biggest problem that I see, and obviously a lot of people see, is the destruction of the pyramid structure in football. Now, coming to just talking about the English football, we have the Premier League, then we have the Championship, then we have the League One, the League Two, and it goes on. So um, the the bottom three teams in the Premier League get relegated to the championship, and the top three teams from there come up. And this is on a rotating basis. Whoever is last goes down, and whoever is top comes up from there. Now, what will happen is the top six teams. These are the teams with the most fans. They generate the most revenue, and they a lot of the revenue that is generated is because of these clubs. Now, if you take these clubs out of the picture, you have clubs like Leicester, you have West Ham, maybe Leeds United. These are big clubs, but they don't have the global appeal like United has, like City has. City, I mean, like Liverpool has, like Chelsea has, or even Arsenal for that matter. So yeah, I mean, without these clubs, the revenues generated will be very low, and hence these clubs, the clubs which haven't been able to enter the European Super League, will have very little revenue that is being generated. Now the problem with that is that firstly, they will not be able to buy players. They will not be able to buy players they who want to play for them. They will not be able to afford players. And also, the problem is that now we've seen this in India. For Indian football fans, a few years back, the ISL was created in India, wherein the league structure was sort of abolished, and a new league was created wherein the teams are new, and the existing league teams was asked to merge in with the newer teams. Now, uh, in the recent Indian team selection, the national team selection, all the players were selected from this league and none from the earlier existing league. And this is what might happen. The European Super League might be the Super League as they call it, and players wouldn't want to play for the Premier League, say, because if they play in the Premier League, they might not get called up to their national teams. And to get called up to their national team, they'll have to be a part of the European Super League. So it'll be very difficult for these clubs to attract players and to attract talent. And yeah. Uh, Secondly, if by chance, if maybe, for example, I'm just taking Leicester. If a Leicester academy player turns out to be fantastic, he has a really good season at Leicester, he's not going to remain at Leicester. Uh, Say United could come in and say that we want to buy this player, name your price. And because they are generating so much revenue and they are having such a large income because of the ESL, they can pay whatever. It's 70 million, 80 million, 100 million. Just take it. It's done. And it's done. I mean, yeah. But the problem here is that Leicester isn't in a position to ask for 100 million for this player because they don't have any leverage. They have no leverage at all. The player will want to leave for sure. So maybe a player who would go for 100 million in the current market would have to go for like 20, 30 million because Leicester doesn't have the leverage. And the player will want to go because he wants to play for his national team. Then next, I think the UCL, the Champions League, if it remains, it will not have the same appeal as it does right now. Without all these top teams that I've named, it'll be a competition between Bayern and PSG all the time. And the problem will also be that the revenue generated by winning or qualifying for the Champions League won't be great, will not be that high as it is right now, because the revenue will be lower, because the TV rights won't be that expensive, because again, the top teams are not playing that league. And again, I mean, the incentive of qualifying for the top four in the league in England won't be that high because you're not earning that much as you were earning before. The next and the sort of more problematic disadvantage or criticism that is being made out for the ESL is that the owners and these big shots, these billionaires, they've classified the fans into two segments. One is the legacy fans and one is the future fans. Now these legacy fans are the hardcore fans. These are the fans who buy the season passes. They go to the stadiums. They go for the away games. They have their songs and all of it. Like just those legacy fans who've been following this club passionately for decades and decades. And the second class is the future fans. Now these are the fans who aren't really football fans. Maybe they are, but they it's like if there's a game in my city, I'll go watch it. It's a big game. If Barcelona's playing United in my city, I'll go watch it. And yeah, those are the future fans. And these fans are more important for these owners than the legacy fans. Why? If I'm a first time goer, if I'm going to a stadium to watch a game for the first time, I am more likely to go and buy the merchandise from their shops, to go and spend my money on the club than being a legacy fan. If I'm a legacy fan, I'm not going to go and buy a jersey every time I go to the stadium. So these legacy fans aren't as profitable as the future fans. And hence, the owners are sort of shifting and they want these future fans, these temporary fans, if you could call it, to be viewing their matches instead of the legacy fans. Uh, yeah, I mean, I've spoken a lot. Now, coming to the teams which haven't accepted, Dortmund, Bayern, and Leipzig from Germany have reportedly said that they would not want to be a part of such a structure, such a league, and I don't know how long this resistance will last, but all credit to them. Fantastic. I think you are one of the few institutions who are upholding the values of football as we know it, and it is important. Porto from Portugal have also confirmed that they will not be uh, signing up for the European Super League. Surprisingly, though, PSG too have confirmed that they will not be a part of it. Although the PSG reason is, I'm sure they would have jumped into any opportunity they had of earning so much money, but PSG are too heavily invested in the UEFA because Nasser Al Khelaifi, the owner of PSG, is a member of the UEFA board. Also, uh, Qatar which is technically the owner of PSG, the Qatar Kingdom. They are organizing the next World Cup, the 2022 World Cup, and they won't want to rest that with the FIFA association. Now, coming to the backlash from the UEFA board and the FIFA board, what's happened is the UEFA, along with the Premier League, the La Liga, the Serie A, they've all come out and they've said that they denounce this completely and it is against the values of football. UEFA and FIFA have gone as far as to say that the players who will be participating in the European Super League will not be allowed to play in the FIFA World Cup or the UEFA Euros, which are coming up soon. So yeah, I mean, it's it's tough. It's a bad position to be in right now. But again, I mean, UEFA and FIFA could try this, but apparently the fifth Pro 11, it's the organization which sort of takes care of around 60,000 footballers under its wing. It's come out and said that FIFA and UEFA will not be allowed to stop players from representing their national teams. So again, I mean, this is going to be a long drawn court case, and don't know what's going to happen. Just coming to Gary Neville, he was one of the first to comment on this, uh, and yeah, I mean, he was aggressive. He said that he was very disappointed in United, so as a lot of United fans were disappointed in the club. Neville goes as far as to suggest that these six teams should be relegated from the Premier League, and if not, at least a heavy point deduction should be made. And I possibly agree. Uh, it's ridiculous. And I know Neville said this, but I'm going to emphasize a little more on this. The timing of such such an announcement is so heartless. We have clubs in the lower leagues completely bankrupt. They have had to follow their players. They've had to take loans. They are in serious debt. They can't pay their players. They can't pay their crew. They can't pay their staff. And here we have these greedy, money-minded uh, sponges who just care about money, going after 450 million, leaving the Premier League. They don't have any concern for this, and it's shocking. Um, I always, speaking United centric, I was never very happy with the Glazers. Obviously, I was never very happy with Ed Woodward. They've been leeching money off us for since they've joined, since they've taken over, and I mean, there wasn't much I could do, but I was just, let's get on with it. We need to performance on the field are what is important. All this is just the backroom stuff and can be avoided. But this is them, the Glazers and Woodward, falling to extremely low levels, underground levels. I mean, I don't know. It's disappointing, man. It's horrible. How money minded can you be to disrespect the Champions League, the Champions League, which with which we have so much history. The 99 treble, your own manager scored the winning goal the last dying seconds of the game and won it, and we won the treble with that. The treble. There's no other English team which has been able to do that. City tried to do it right this season. They couldn't do it. And we're just going to let that go. We're just going to say, okay, we don't need that anymore. We're just going to go and play in some league where we can play all over the world and we're going to get a lot of money. That's it. Is that what football is? Is that what it's become? Is it only money? Is there no value? Is there no concern for the teams which are not a part of this league? Is there no concern for the pyramid structure which could collapse English football and most and football all over the world, European football could collapse because of this league, just because 15 billionaires, 15 billionaires want to make more money, and that's it. This entire fiasco is just 15 billionaires wanting to get richer and not having concern for anyone around them. Yeah, I think that's a long video, and I think I don't have any more. I think anything more to say. So let us know what you think of this European Super League in the comments below, and hopefully, it doesn't go. We don't have to discuss the possibility of United playing a European Super League game now. Hopefully, it just disappears all of this. But I have to say that it looks very unlikely. Uh, it seems like it's happening with Ed Woodward having resigned from his UEFA positions and the Arsenal and Juventus owners also having resigned from their UEFA positions. It seems very unlikely that this would be stopped, but I think all we can do is hope. And yeah, we have to get together as fans and make sure that the sport that we love so much and we're so passionate about um, isn't allowed to be dominated and controlled by a few American billionaires who want to just Americanize this game that we love so much. That's all we have for you today. Thank you and see you in the next one.